estate. And we said, okay, let's re-strategize. I remember we were buying 10 trucks of cement almost every week. And we used to send to all these sites, work, and building materials went up at about 500%. And it was so tough. A truck used to be like 3 million. And at that time, it went to like 12 million naira. So to buy a truck, and the money wasn't, people were not careful with their money. So we said, okay, we left, but now we are back in 6. We are back in Treasure Phase 1, Phase 1 extension, Bluestone Phase 1, Bluestone Phase 1 extension, that's 2, Hilltop and Lasamaja. So we are back in 6. So we have just 4 to do. That's Treasure, Osengere, we have not gone back there. Idera, we have not back there yet. Bluestone Phase 2. No, we are building in Phase 2 too. So we are not back there. And Akolo. So but let's just hope for a better time. Very soon we'll be back and everything will be working at them. Not only that, we even need new projects.
Okay.
Yes, we need new projects, new products that you can sell.
Okay.
Presently you have just maybe the farm estates. That you are pushing the Treasure Ogere. That you are pushing. So we need more projects. So we are still trying to stabilize. What we are doing is to avoid any backlash from the internet, any online issue. We are trying to manage. We don't want someone to be shouting like this. We don't want that. It's crazy. Out there. So we are trying to manage everybody. On my way coming down, a client called and said, my house in Bluestone. So we quickly called the site that the roof plastered. So they said they are mobilizing for POP. And that's what we are thinking about. How to deliver, how to finish up those projects. That will not be easy, but very soon, I know, I'm sure, very soon we'll be out of it. And everybody will be fine. Thank you. This lecture is actually a master class. It's a class that you're going to enjoy. You don't want to enjoy this. And you now see the reasons why you do that. Some of you are not selling presently. Why some businesses collapse. Why it's a twin lecture. You're going to see challenges today. So next week you'll be seeing what do you need to do. How to come out and how to scale. What you need to do. How to be better. Because challenges, you have challenges everywhere. I used to know one Igbo guy who used to import furniture, And as he brought in his furniture, government said they banned furniture importation. And just his ship was just got in that Papa, and he couldn't clear. It was a very tough time. A tough time. Central hemorrhage, and the guy lost so much. So, there are several of these that you need to look into and see. In case you found yourself in anyone, you must be very strategic about it and know how to come out of it. I told you of our company, we almost lost an estate in totality. A company decided to process the document of the estate. And we got the hint from the Surveyor General's office as a classified information. Yes, please don't mention because because we got our survey plan, the ex-Surveyor General, in fact, was at the party on Saturday. Did this, and I heard from it. That was what he said. Because they did not Jembe, I heard from this channel. So now these people they are ready to work, to take over this site. And anything you can do, just do it. I've done my own. And that was how we moved and we went to the assembly And they came in and they called him and they said, no, no way. So next week you'll be seeing all this. Now you can also use your influence to come out and being a better person, being a good marketer, a good realtor, yes, a good businessman, businesswoman. Your business is both physical and spiritual. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, you can make money and you can also go the other way. So that's it. So why most businesses fail? Very important to be attentive to this class so that you'll be able to avoid it. Because life is full of ups and downs. Even as a person, you also, not let's take business. Even as a person, one way or the other, you're going to face some challenges. Starting a business is exciting, very, very exciting. But statistics reveal that 80% of startups globally fail within the first 5 years. This is from Harvard. 80% of startups, only 20% will scale after 5 years. And even after 5 years, for the next 5 years, if you make it 10 years, about 5 years will also fizzle out. The others will just move on. In Nigeria, SMEs, are small medium enterprises, constitute about 96% of businesses in Nigeria, but face even higher failure rates due to economic and infrastructural challenges. From harsh operating environment to internal mistakes, entrepreneurs face numerous hurdles. So this presentation is going to show you everything, and I'm very sure you study the reasons for failure. Businesses fail for a multitude of reasons, but some of the most common include poor financial management, inadequate planning, lack of market research, ineffective leadership. Other significant factors include insufficient capital, poor marketing, processes, over-expansion. Additionally, businesses can struggle when they fail to adapt to changing market or to innovate or understand and respond to customers' needs. You're going to see all this, and I'm very sure you are going to learn and gain today. Yes, you surely have something to take home. Not only the small shots and the drinks, but you have something meaningful to take home. Someone like me, I'm a little bit opportune or privileged to have seen, I grew up in a business environment. So I've seen different, times and the seasons. Like it's raining now, this is the rainy season. Those in the drink industry, they're not selling. For those selling bread, selling beverages, they're busy selling. And that's life. Poor business planning. You must have a well-structured business plan to start with. Even to market, as you are here, your marketing, you must plan. I told you what I did when I started marketing. I said, I must speak with at least 10 persons in a day. And I mapped out 5 different major locations. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I must visit these 5 locations. And minimum of what? 10 persons must what? Addressed or spoken with in a day. Planning. As a businessman, you are entering into any business, you must have your business plan. It's a roadmap that will show you how to run. Okay, we are starting small, we want to grow. Okay, how do you want to grow? How much do you need to start with. I remember when we were to start out, someone said, "Where is your business plan?" It's a roadmap. It's your guide to guide you. As a marketer, you don't even know where to go. I remember I told a friend of mine, and I said, "Let's go market." I don't know anywhere in Lagos, so I don't even know how to market. There are some days you should be doing online adverts, marketing. Days you have to go out one on one. Some people enjoy the one on one. They want to see you. They want to feel you. They want to listen to you. Are you sure? Are you real? They will feel like, are you human being? Hope you're not spirits or robots. They are not robots. And they are programmed to come and dupe me. Some of them will even get your details. They want to know your house. They want to know where you came from. They want to know your office. They will come and check you before they now pass with their money. Just like this woman said to me last week that she met the woman somewhere and they will be talking. But the one day they just say, "Where do you live?" Say, "So we live on the same street." And that's it. And that alone touch the woman. You live in my area. You can't run away then. Let me come and know your house. So you need a very good plan. Someone once said that you fail to plan. Already you have planned to what? Fail. Please, every one of you must have a plan. A roadmap to marketing. And I remember those days, I must call the 50 on Friday evening. I must call them one on one. I'll talk, okay, how many of you will come in on Saturday? I would have made arrangements for them to do what come for site inspection. Then from Mondays, then asking them to go and pick up check, paying and that's it. Planning is very important. A real estate company starting business without knowing how to negotiate with your money, it's a problem. You don't even have an idea. You need to go to the school. You want to set up a real estate company. You don't know how to. You don't know the meaning of a survey plan. You don't know the meaning of deed. Documentation. Like the lecturer, the lawyer gave you. Documentation. Deed of assignment. What is RC? Register conveyance. What is deed of sale? What is C of O? What is governor's consent? If you have bought a C of O land, what am I going to get? Having to know even stakeholders in the industry. There are ways to talk to money there, and there are when to buy from them. When they are starting their Ileya festival, you don't go and buy from them because they want to see somebody's land to sell to you. You allow them to finish their festival. So, yes, you need to understand. You need to sit down and plan, or else you just gather people's money and throw it there, and that's it. You need to plan. Very important. I remember those days we used to sit and plan. In fact, up to now we do sit and plan. What is the next thing? What do we do? Brainstorming session. We check our business plan again. Okay, let's update it. Let's update it. Let's update it. We have a business plan. Even for Acme, he consulted a consultant to build what? A business plan. The business plan will show all the features, all the departments, who and who to work here, who and who to. Okay, how do we go about it? How do we go to CBN for documentation? Okay, who are the vendors? Okay, InterSwitch, NIPS. Oh, we've been needing a company to handle the mobile money payment system. Okay, we'll be needing APIs for connections. So, a business plan will guide you. Please, every one of you should have what? Business plan. Number 2. Inadequate capital. These are skills. So many. I remember when we started that, there was no money. There was no what? No money. No money. Inadequate capital has killed many businesses. What is what doing is what doing well. Yes. It's just like you want to build a 10-story building and you are doing a foundation of 2 stories or 3. Maybe we all saw it at synagogue the other day. Yeah. They planned for about 4 or 5 floors. And when they saw crowd or they saw one thing, they said let's do 2 more floors. What happened to it? It's a very simple analysis.
All right.
Inadequate. Money is the blood, the life of that business. Without money, that business cannot function. I remember, let me give you how we started arguing. We said we want 50,000 naira. Yep. The clients of mine gave me the money. I was still need to get money left. And we said, okay, we are coming. Just take this one first. We are what? Coming. They said, okay, this 150 is just like money for job. If you don't come back, you can't come back and pick it up. You can't go back. Yes. A friend of mine lost £20,000 in UK. He paid his first payment for a house in Kent and couldn't go back to pay the next payment. He lost the money. Then it's not like that you want to go and fight and argue. You have lost the money. He said, you know about that?
Of course, we do it in the U.S. We do it in the U.S. all the time.
You know, it's gone. It's gone. So if you don't plan well to know how to get funds to, there's no way. So when we said, okay, 150 take, they said, we are giving you what? 3 months. The other companies too, we are interested. They also wanted, the said, we'll give you 3 months. 3 months time, lucky us, somebody just brought 10 million naira. I remember the day we brought the 7 million to Igesa. The owner of Igesa changed. But they've never seen cash like that. We brought raw cash. And they shared the money. 4 families. And they shared amongst themselves. The one that wants to buy Okada, both Okada. The one that wants to buy Korope, both Korope. They told us that all the grandfather in Igesa felt the money. Yeah. But one of them did something wonderful until today he's still enjoying it. He started a block industry. And that's when preparation meets opportunity, the result is what? Possible. Because already he had planned that, okay, for others that didn't plan, they were just busy. I knew one, he married 3 wives. Because that money came and we were paying them monthly for 1 year. 300 acres of land. So you have a regular inflow, like 500,000 every month. And after 1 year, the money stopped. So it all depends on what did you use that money for? So you have to be very careful. Inadequate fund. If you don't plan well with the money will just go. Many companies in Lagos here, they've gone to meet Sida money leg, meet this, and after paying the first money, those people, they are not serious. They move their signboard. And they put another signboard. That's it. You can't fight them. Nothing is done. It's done. So inadequate what? Capital. Number 3. Poor financial management. This one, many businesses are gone. It's gone. You have to be prudent. Most importantly, when you are just very young as a startup, you are just coming up. You don't give money to anybody. Really. Nothing. Because you need that money to grow the business, to scale. As I feel, when we started, we were very prudent. Very, very. We don't give out loans. It's a policy. Over 1,000 people have been to our office. Said loans. You don't. It's a covenant. You don't do what? You don't do it. Say what? Covenant. financial management. You want your business to scale? Even as a marketer, I have seen marketers make millions here. Today, some of them are begging for money. No, that is time. And I knew some who went, build houses, built hotels. Today they are what? Flourishing. Entrepreneurs neglect profits plus loss tracking. Thank you. Financial literacy leads to illiteracy, leads to misuse of revenue. Hello? Because I knew the money we had, we started with was not my money. My Golf 3 was my very good car when we started. Even when the 10 million came, I didn't buy a car. We bought a Sienna 1.4 million and it was for the business. Very important. Financial literacy leads to misuse of revenue. So you need tools. Excel. Excel is very good. Yes. To work with. Even for you, you must have an Excel to lay all your clients, how they pay, and it will give you what you will be expecting every month, and you can plan with that. Financial management. Some of our colleagues, we are giving 5 billion naira, about 10 of them in Lekki, to start a business, real estate business. They were doing well as a marketer. Just call them, you can start. I'm telling you live. They call them 10. They are come. Go and start real estate business. Then come back with and they signed. Just one today is still standing. Some of them lost their head. All the clubs in Lekki shut down. And that's why you now see receipt of drinks at a time. You know, and to spend the money is not so hard. It's so easy to spend. To see the money is not easy. I'm telling you. Even you, that you are not spending, you know, you are not, you want to stand. You have to stand well. I'm talking about somebody who is. I can mention 5 companies for you here. Okay, some of you knew about. Okay, sir. Don't worry. You can figure them out. I remember I don't know they came to my office out there and said, he sold estates for 3 of them. And today he's not finding it easy. But clients are calling me. Give me my property. These guys are nowhere to be found. You can't locate them. No office, no location. 5 billion naira. Then, not the 5 billion of now. Then, the 5 billion of now is almost about 50 billion naira. More financial management. This is to every one of you. Because at a point in your life, you will surely receive money. Opportunity will surely come your way. I'm not just talking. It's not even prayer. It will surely come. You just hit it back. Are you prepared? Do you have a plan in place? Do you have any business idea that you have already planned to do? One of my, all these guys that we just wrote, marketers, those senior marketers, one of them got money, and because he has a very good in-law that is managing, in-law, mother of his wife. You have to do something. And that was how the guy went to Songo and he bought a property. And he converted the property into, mini flats. In the last 2 years, things has actually changed. He said, "Okay, the money I'm collecting from that place, thank God that I did that investment. Whereby some of them saw the same money and squandered it. There was a time 5 years ago we were building 1,500 houses at Mowe of Father Orilemo. We were selling Hilltop, Treasure Hilltop for 5 million, 6 million. We were selling phase 2 for 850. Lasa Maja was 25 million. A 3-bedroom at Hilltop was 12.5 million. Duplex was 25 million. People were buying without even looking back. In fact, some people would have paid you before asking for a form. And people were what? Making what? Money. I remember his own client came one day, one client, and bought almost about 10 plots. I was in the office around December 28th. You know, most of these holidays, I'm always there reading. The man just came in with his secretary. Said, I've been to your estate, and I advised him to invest. He bought Hilltop, he bought Bluestone, he bought he bought phase 2. He just bought, you know. Those days, they would just buy without even, you know. And most of them saw that money. Oh, that will never happen to you. Because opportunity will still come. Hello? It will still what? Look at the man that came to show me his house, Aginus. When we met Aginus, he was a security man at UBA Bank. He was what? So we were marketing, you know, Agbara, we were selling Agbara marketing. And we used to toast them. Please allow us to go in so we can. And that was why the guy just said that anytime join you to be marketing. And that was how it started. Today, he has built what? His house on 3 plots of land. He has, you know, sending his children to university. In the last 15 years, we've been doing so much together. Whereas some of his colleagues, they are still what? Doing the security. He said his wife used to do like this every morning. Hey! Please, I want to beg you. See, I'm emphasizing on this because I know the importance. This has kept Advil going. What? This has what? Kept Advil going. Because we have experienced several challenges. 2020, COVID year came, financial downturn in 2015, economic downturn, and the last one that was so tough. Ineffective marketing. Ineffective what? Marketing. You have to do everything possible to market your product. Even if it's not a service, you are rendering services. Maybe you are into, you do like what I'm doing now. Some are doing it as a professional, you know, talk, coaching stuff. You have to market it. Marketing. This class you are has given birth to many destinies. Because we have been doing this since we started Advil. We have been doing this where? So when we started Treasure Hilltop, it was the first time we brought in an external marketing company to market the project. So they were giving us some terms, some conditions, some. So at the point, they said they wanted to pull out. I said, we can pull out. We have what? Our marketing team. So we now did one launching. We launched a project one day. We now came with our marketer. We now saw them. Yeah. So since that day, we done that. They all get to that. Advil is not your mate. No. Marketing. Many SMEs neglect consistent marketing. Or depend on Instagram posts and some other private marketing. They can disappoint you anytime. Instagram can crash one day. Yes. Your marketing team must be intact. You must have a very good structure in place to market your projects, your products. Even Coca-Cola is everywhere in the world. They are still doing what? Adverts. I saw Google doing adverts. Eh? With all the money you have, they are still advertising. Even Meta, still telling you to go and advertise on their page. Marketing. Every one of you must be strong at doing your marketing your project, your product. You must be very strong. Yes, you don't have no excuse, no apologies, nothing. This is what I do. You have made thousands of people landlords. And that's what you are doing. You are liberating souls. Those that should die as tenants, you are making them to become what? Landlords. So you must continually, you must continue doing it. It's not, there's nothing about it. And you're going to make money. A woman called me last week and said, thank you for introducing me to Adview. You have made me, Adview have made me a billionaire. That was what she said. Madam Bola. She said, Adview have made me what? A billionaire. And I said, how? She said, I have 1 acre of land at Treasure Hilltop. You advised me to buy 1 acre. I wanted to buy 1 plot. I have 4 plots of land at Shogotedo. What she bought at 15 million naira, now 100 million per plot. She has 1 acre at Idera. Hello?
Hi.
And she said she brought many clients too. Almost about 30 of them to buy at Hilltop. And she has collected one commission. So thank you. Marketing. You must know how to use all the social media platforms. You must go out every day, talk to the person beside you. Come and buy land. I told you when I travel, anytime I travel, my ticket fee must be paid by somebody because I must market everybody I was meeting there. I used to travel with flyers. When I get there, you can invest on, you can invest on, you can invest on, you can invest on. In fact, one of them just bought 1 acre at the farm estate. Another person is buying at Singiri, and they are buying. They must pay for it. When I went for my MBA class, I said this class must be paid for by students because they must buy what? Property funds. And that's it. No apology. And they are happy today. Please, marketing. Some companies, are gone because they couldn't market their products very well. Very good. Poor customer service. A satisfied customer can bring 10 more. A satisfied customer can do what? One, just one. A dissatisfied one can drive away 20. Hello? How many? I remember the day that guy called us and said we should go and refund a client. What's the name of that guy on Instagram again? Not Iguma. The first one that used to destroy you. I don't know, maybe it's a man or a woman. Gist lover, yeah. Then go and refund. I've read your contract. You have to refund. That day we refunded the client. Because one customer can break the company. Just one. Poor customer service. A dissatisfied one can drive away 20. In Nigeria, service providers often lack courtesy, often lack empathy, and what? Patience. You want more customers? You must have empathy, empathize with them. You must have patience. You must calm down. Attend to them like human. a human being. Have courtesy. Good morning, man. How are you, man? How do you? See, some possibility they pay you, some marketers. A client came in here on Friday. But I was in the office on Friday. And said, I want to see the marketer. I want to fight the marketer. I know the marketer is working in this compound. Let me just see. I said, don't worry. You are bought from Agview and you are here. So let's talk about your business. Don't leave the marketer. Don't worry about the marketer. For customer service. And we were able to resolve it that day. You must always ask for feedback. You must get reports from them. When you have feedback, don't ignore. We always work on it. We try our best to always follow up. And that's why we operate a policy of being available. Your business, you must not be bigger than your business. You must be available for your business. The day you are bigger than your business, there will be problems. Because some customers will not be able to access you again. And some of your staff, because some of them go through situations, they have their own challenges, they have their own problems. They will carry their problems and bring to the office and transfer their aggression to work customers. So when they know that you are available, a customer called me last week, said, you gave people the keys, thank you, nice customer service person. The guy at money allocation manager there, nice guy. But this one, I don't want to speak with again. Don't, please, sir. So the issue now, that's why I'm coming to you. I said, okay, so what do you want? Don't worry. The same value will conclude it. Like, chartered value immediately. Work with this and conclude it. Very important. You must think about good customer service. Always. Always. Because you can do and undo. Your customers can do and undo. The customer once came to this office and said, I'm a soldier. And if you guys not taking, I can kill everybody. I said, no, we are not here to do that. How much is your money? He actually wanted a refund. And the money was 650,000. So the problem was that then we used to remove 25%. So he said, no money must be removed from my money. I'm not kidding you. I'm a soldier. So we gave him his 650. I'm begging you, when any client is talking, don't ever say that you are just talking or bluffing. Just let me push you away. Please, don't try it. Don't call a bluff of any client. Please, I'm begging you. What you are going to give out will not cost you so much than the consequence of what he can do. From experience, so don't ever call the bluff of anybody. You don't even know where the customer. Some of them, they have guns. Like in the US, so many people, they have guns. They can shoot you now. And when they shoot you, they will, okay, yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
All right. Number 6, lack of adaptability. Business environment evolved both by using tech, customer base, economic conditions. Businesses are still to outdated models risk extinction. You must adapt to changes. There is this word that says that innovate or die. You must adapt to what? Maybe economic, it can be tech, many like that. When COVID-19 came, many businesses went online, virtual this, working remotely, doing this. Even some pastors quickly banking went online, and they are making their money today.
Yes,
You don't even need to. You don't need to come to church on Sunday and pay tithe and offering. You can pay it online.
exactly.
And look at even all the banks we have now. Open, Money Point. It just came with the trend, the current trend, and they are competing with even all the conventional banks we have. If care is not taken, some of these banks will go. So you must adapt. Businesses that stick to outdated models risk extinction. I was reading a report about Blockbuster versus Netflix. In the US, Blockbuster used to be the major company in charge of films everywhere. They had about 6,000 branches in the US. Films, you used to go there and rent a film and do. But Netflix came, they took this switch online, streaming online. And they killed the business.
All of them.
Where is Blockbuster today? Please adapt. If you don't want your business to go down, even as a marketer, go online. Do 70% of your marketing drive online. I'm begging you. Adapt or you adapt. You adapt. Look at Uber. In the comfort of your home, you can call a taxi. Where are those taxi drivers? They are gone. Before we go to the junction and wait for a yellow car. Ah! Tech.
That was good.
Look at Airbnb. Airbnb is now bigger than
Any hotel.
all these hotels. Talk about what's the one at Jerry there? Talk of your house.
Radisson, Sheraton, Marriott. It's bigger than the Marriott. Bigger than Hilton.
Bigger than Hilton.
Yeah.
Hilton has been for
all
over
ones
60
that's
years.
fine.
100 years.
Yes.
Hilton, 100 years.
It's overtaken.
Airbnb came less than 10 years.
Sheraton, gone. Sheraton.
So look at it. It's either you adapt or you do what? You have to adapt. So please, I'm begging you. I don't want to talk to those taxi drivers.
Go extinct.
They are gone. Those old men now, they are gone. Those are the comfort of your home you can order. Even food, you can order. Now deck is there, logo is there. And this song I like to listen to one and say Kasongo hey. Very funny song. Yes. Number 7, weak leadership and management. Leadership is everything in an organization. The rise of that organization and the fall depends on who the leader.
Yes.
The management team. You must always put up your thinking cap. In fact, your job is just to be thinking. And that's one problem I have. I'm just restless. And I'm just trying to contain myself to sometimes not to even think, just to. But in your job, you have to be thinking ahead. What is the next move? What do we do next? What do we do next? A business needs more than a visionary leader. It requires structure, policies, and strategy. As a leader, you must always strategize. There must be policies in place. Policies are, okay, as a company, this is our vision and mission statement. Our core values, this is what we stand for. This is the company. You must have that in place. Leadership. Every one of you here, you are all leaders. You pick up your thinking cap. Always. You should do what? Put up your thinking cap always. As the head of that family, you are the leader in that house. You must think for that family. Even if you are the woman in the house, you must what? Think. On my way driving out this morning, I saw two boys playing football. I just parked. Why didn't you go to school? He said they sent them home because no school fees. That they didn't wash their school uniform. He said, you didn't wash your school uniform. On the street, they were playing football. Those children of those Megan and you know. If I see you here tomorrow play football, I'll pay you. Because education is important. So as the leader in that house, you must think. For your business, you must think. Please, I'm begging you. You want a better future for that family, you must think along and plan for that family. You want to see a better business tomorrow, you must think. It's very, very important. Those children must go to school, certain. There's not go two ways about it. You must pray. You must go to Sunday school. You must go to church. Because if they don't go, tomorrow they will not go. That's why you see them joining different gangs. Yes. Things are just like that. And it doesn't take so long. You must think one of the employees to work, I said, okay, the HR must be clear onboarding process. I said, that's what I want to see. I want to see your guarantor. Who do you have as a guarantor? I want to see. When anything happens, you come outside. Then I take his picture. You keep his picture. Yeah, sign. You sign. Lawyer, go and check the address, make sure everything is okay. And that's it. That's one spirit can enter the boy one day. You know those spirits in Nigeria. Just enter the land. Please. Stay there for 24 hours. The next available flight back to Nigeria. And that is, I'm very sure they would have found out for Nigeria. Don't joke with it. Why are you here? Simple. I'm here for business. Kind of business. This is what I do. This spirit is in us, everybody in this country. I will do know what I will do it later. I know how to plan my way. You know, I know how to arrange it. Maneuver it. Avoid it. Do what? Avoid it. Just avoid it. Just submit all your papers, your documents, work on all your C's. There are 7 C's. Because the C is credibility. That's your cash flow, your credit reports, your character, you know, competence. Work on your competence. Very important. 7 C's. And it will help you. And don't worry. Let's be running you. Some people will be running a company with the name without registering the company. And they will be getting money from clients. And if anything happens there, are you registered? Yeah. And you might be unlucky to be on the wrong side of the law, and that's it. Legal and regulatory issues. Even before selling land, ask for documents. I can say confidently that 85% of our project has C of O. So maybe we have 50% cylinder process. So it will even give you peace of mind. You'll be able to sleep at home and close your twice. Have you? Legal, government. Look at what Jesus said. Say, give unto Caesar what belongs to who? When he saw the money, he said, whose picture is this? Say, give him now. Go and pay your taxes. Pay it. Pay it. Very important. Very, very important. Number 10, over expansion. Your growth must be strategic. Even as you are marketing, you must be very strategic as you are growing. Don't overgrow. You want to have estates everywhere. Quickly, you have to plan. Very, very, very important. Not emotional, it must be strategic. Expanding prematurely creates resources and divide focus. Very, very important. Some because you want to make money, you have to be strategic about it. Plan well. Avoid anything that is overspending, oversleeping, overdrinking, overeating. Anything that is over, avoid it. Because over-humanizing.
Should not be over.
Over. No, you don't say that. Let me tell you why you don't say that. So now Muslims here. Yes. And the religion allows it. I mean, why would you not say they should not? I have a friend. I'm married 4 wives. And my friend married 4 wives. They are very. I used to wonder that how is this guy managing this small? I used to wonder, personally, as I am, I used to wonder, how much is she? Your father married 12 wives. I cannot say that you not married now. So those women, where should they now go? There's more population of women than men. Over expansion, over this, avoid it so that you can grow with time, you can scale with time. You can start small and grow big. Yes, start small and grow big. Start small and grow big. Yes. If you are over expanding, you'll be failing backwards. But if you are working with time, even if you fail, you fail forward. Very important. Over. Just avoid it. Let's go. Number 11. Poor location. Poor what? Location. Yes. I've seen many shops just closing and that's it. Because good location is very important. Foot traffic is very important. Visibility is very important. Access to your business is very important. There are some people, they will never come to your office if you are doing business in Mushi. You say you are a real estate company and you are in Mushi, they will not come. They will never do business with you. I'm from there, I know what I'm talking about. So business is location sensitive. That was why we left Mushi and we came to Ikorodu Road. Because we don't want to be winking in the dark. You have good projects, you have good products, you have good idea, but you are in the dark. The location is limiting you. It's just like somebody selling boutique now and you are in a street selling there. Then I'm coming to the major road where people will see and they want to patronize you. There are some businesses you have to come out. Hello? Poor location. location is very important. Even new marketing, go to the right location. Go to good locations. Places that they will listen to you and they want to buy from you. Even if you are marketing online, you have the option of choosing where to throw your net. Have you? Yes. You go to the best places. I remember those days, I used to go to Alausa Ikeja, Secretariat. And mostly I target their directors, senior managers. I would used to walk up to them. I do go to banks. I told you now, every Thursday I used to go to my bank day. Banks, morning 8 a.m. See me with them. And I used to enter almost about 10 banks all the Thursdays. Yeah. So the Fridays used to be for Alausa because they will always, it's like, Fridays used to be like free day for them, no work. So they will all be happy. Well, in the party, from there you are talking real estate. And they don't come the real estate to the business of the day, the topic for that day. The Friday is half day for them. Mondays, I used to go to Computer Village. Sometimes I alternate. I go to Apapa and meet all those guys who used to import and clearing and folding. Clearing and folding used to be very lucrative then, like now. Those guys should make money. So location is very important, even for you. It does not mean where you start from is not the problem. You don't stay there. We started from Mushi in a room at Ogunbele Street. We were there for 6 months. We moved from that point to Agegemoto Road. We were there for 10 months, and we came to Ikorodu Road, and we are still here. Okay, just imagine you ask me, where is the office? Ikorodu Road. Anthony. I'm very sure nobody would have ever said, that place is not possible. You are saying that one. No. Okay, Anthony, very land. Anthony, very land. Just like coming now saying, living in the GRA, doing your business in the GRA. You know what it means? That's prestige. So location is very important. Why I'm talking more on this because I know the importance to save you. What? Save you. To help you. To help you. When I had my first hotel, the location, very good location on the major road, out. So when I got the second, I now took it to one village and perfected that business. Seriously. So when I was to build the third, I took it to major road. Why is the major road? Very busy road. Whereby, one, I will not be disturbing residents, not in the residential area. And again, customers can easily access it and go out. The last party we had, we finished around 3 a.m. and people went without it. But if you are not on the second one to do that, security vigilante will stop you. 3 a.m. Where are you coming from? So that's that. Location is very important. All right, let's go. Number 12. Misunderstanding the market. Market dynamics. Shifting customers' behavior. Competition. Supply chain changes. You need to always understand and understudy the market. Trends are changing. Things are changing. Somebody celebrated her daughter's wedding lately. And because she wore one clothes, as we speak, people are buying the clothes. Now, those who have bought the other clothes, they are suffering. Somebody told me that. They are struggling to sell. Because the market has what? Changed. Very important. You need to sit down and study. Which area are they looking at? Focus. Okay, affordable homes. People don't have so much now. They are buying farm estate, They are buying Ogere. Okay. Very soon they'll be able to buy and that's it. You need to sit down and check the market very well. For me, this is a bit, a bit, you need to sit and check very well. The product can be great, but it must meet the desires and budget of your audience, your customers. They must be able to afford it. Hello? Yes. For example, look at Samsung. They have for different classes. Yes. Series, the A and S series can compete with this. Hello? Fantastic. You need to study the market. You have one population down there, the low income earners. The middle income earners, what do they want? The high end, can I get something for them? Yes. So you need to understand this. Alright, let's go. Number 13. Economic and political instability can kill business easily. Now we are expressing our view. Yes. Political recession, inflation, or growth in key markets can often affect new businesses. What is inflation? A continuous rise in general price level, also visible through higher production costs, and more expensive consumer goods. Just like building of houses in Lagos now, it's very expensive because there's what? High inflation. What is recession? A significant decline in economic activities. Sharp decline, typically defined by reduced GDP, gross domestic product. That's it there. Welcome, sir. Global ambassador. Welcome, sir. Recession, rising unemployment and slowing consumer demand. Another one is interest rates and credit availability. You rate down to get money from the bank, the interest rate is about 36%. When we got this place, the rate was 14%. There is nothing wrong for you to go to the bank and get a loan, a facility. One, you have to check the rates. Two, where am I spending this money to? Hope it's not for funfair or to, if it's for a business, for a project, and that you have planned, you have your plan, your business plan intact. Perfect. So all this can actually bring down a business. Economic and political instability, which we are experiencing. Inflation. Even food inflation in Nigeria is at 24%. Food. Food is wrong that food has going to that level. Shouldn't be more than just one digit, maybe 4-5%. I was listening to this guy in channels yesterday, and this government, they borrowed about 50 trillion naira. Yeah, internally borrowed. Internally, they borrowed how much? They met about 24 trillion. Yes, that's domestic borrowing. And now they have increased to about 70-something billion. Wow. But they tried on the other hand, the external, they borrowed only $4 billion. They met 37, so they have moved it to 41. You are paying now. The new tax law is coming. That's the new tax regime policy. You have to pay your taxes, even as a marketer. So this can bring down a business. One policies, market confidence. Look at what market confidence does. For investors coming in to invest in Nigeria now is a problem because they are very careful because of the instability in the economy. They are very careful. They're watching. Because you are bringing in your dollars. When it gets to this place, how much is my worth? When I'm moving it out, what is the worth? So it's one major. Number 4, let's go. Let me read this. Nigeria inflation, naira volatility, and changing government policies disrupt business forecasts. Like import ban, fuel hike, and taxation can collapse profit margins overnight. So it can affect it. We were selling a 3-bedroom at Hilltop for 12.5 million just 3 years ago. The same 3-bedroom is now 55 million naira. That's massive inflation. Hyper, not only hyperinflation. Alright, number 14. Global events, climate changes, then geopolitical instability or pandemic. Global events such as climate change, geopolitical tensions, and pandemics can severely disrupt business operations. Please, are you learning?
Yes, sir.
These events often cause supply chain breakdown, rising costs, limited access to market, and shift in consumer behavior. We saw what happened during the lockdown. Nobody saw that coming. And let me shock you, nobody knows what is even coming again. Yes, we are not sure. Because nobody planned for the Russia-Ukraine war. And it affected the global economy. Even the Israel-Iran bombardment is affecting the business as well. It's a global market. Oil prices and the like. Seriously. Even the US, China, trade war is also affected. You're going to see that in the next slide. So, and others can actually kill some businesses because of COVID disappeared. Just not in the decision. Alright, let's go. Trade war, tariffs and sanctions. This is also what we said about US and China. Global economy, trade wars, sanctions, can actually impact negatively to international businesses. So we are talking of why do we have some businesses fumbling? These are the reasons. Number 15. Let's go. Let's go next one. 17, 16. Technology neglected. Technological advancements. Innovations like AI, automation, and blockchain can disrupt or enhance operations. So digital tools improve efficiency, marketing, customer management, and inventory tracking. Now, if you don't adapt to this, that business can also work problem. Can collapse. Now look at AI. For you have to go and understudy and understand AI. Because it will help you, it will help your business. Even as you're marketing, if you can deploy AI in your marketing process, it will help you. But if you are not using it, your colleague or maybe some of your competitors using it, they will just move ahead. And that's it. Copy you by the side. And abandon you like those taxi drivers. That Uber, and taking off Uber. So many businesses operate without CRM, POS, or even WhatsApp business automation. And this can limit your growth. So you want to grow well, please embrace technology. I gave you the process, how it all started. Forgotten that process to take from tech to big data. Now they're talking about AI. Okay, yes. The CEO of, I've forgotten that company. She said it started from the people. It's a process. Now they moved from the people, they were able to settle everybody, your needs, human needs, medical, education, health, everything. And they moved into what? Process. The left process is about you being timely, coming to work on time, being organized, make sure you don't beat traffic, make sure you are aligned and you are normal as human. You listen. You are not a partner, but you are a key in the society. Turning out well. Then they left that they move into tech. And they brought tech to the world. And they were enjoying it. And from tech, they move into the big data. The big data, you have 5G. You can do surgery through so many means now. You don't even need to cut the person again. A friend of mine did fibroid surgery. He didn't even cut her at all. Yes. At all. And they did it. They cleansed her. Now she has a baby. She's going to celebrate the baby in honor. Yep. No, that's never given birth before. Laser surgery. Because they have the big data and they have tech in place. So they left the big data, they now were AI. And that's where the world is now. So they're now thinking about AI, talking about sustainability, talking about resilience. And that's where the world is moving. How to sustain it, how to work resilient. So if you don't embrace all this, that business can die anytime. Because AI will just meet you there and just fly. And you are sitting there, blinking in the dark. So technological advancement has disrupted the market, the business world. It has improved the world, and it has also affected the world. Many people will still lose their job, and that's going to be the next week message lecture. And one of it is that you have to upskill and reskill. Very important for you to remain in business, for you to sell and market very well and make money. You have to what? Embrace technology. You have to upskill and what? Reskill. Ignoring competition, which is the final one. You don't ignore competitors. Those who are competing with you in the same industry, don't ignore them. Because one competitor can kill your business. All what they need to do is just to price the market. Price war. See what Dangote is doing in the oil and gas industry. He's shutting that market like, moving everywhere. In fact, he said they will be delivering now, they will be delivering everywhere in Nigeria. So you that are still winking at Papa, please. Some companies usually close down. Some companies. Because he has the company, because he has the refinery. He has the refinery. And he's also buying crude. He's buying crude. You depend on Nigeria to bring in the refined oil, give to you, and sell to the market. You can't compete with him. Because because if they are going to take the price, it's just like you have a farm, he has the farm, he has planted the yam, he has the mortar at home, he has pounded the yam, and he's also presenting what? Pounded yam. The value chain is operating everywhere there. For you are waiting for someone to come and give you the. After they will export, they will plant the yam here. Export the yam to. After pounding the yam here. Don't be scared. Before he gets to this place, you would have, gotten cold. you are wise there, embrace that change. Don't see that as your competitor. See change. See technological advancement. Reskill and what? Upskill. You can easily diversify. You can switch. Just switch gear quickly before you get drowned. Hello? Hi. So you don't need to know competitors. Competitors is real. Very real. Lack of passion or burnout. Entrepreneurship is demanding. Entrepreneurship is what? Demanding. Very, very well. It's demanding. People as a marketer, marketing is demanding. Yes. I understand this very well. For you to wake up, in the morning, to go out to market, to sell, and after several objections, you are back home. You have bills to pay. You need money in your pocket. Even as the owner of a company, you can burn out. When you have that pressure everywhere. People are calling you for money. School fee, this fee. You become so tired. And I've seen a friend that said, I'm no longer doing business in Nigeria. And he sold everything and he left. He's in Canada now. That's burnout. Lack of passion. Again, the business you had passion for, you were so interested, you gave everything. This is real. Hello? This what? Real. A friend told me, he was at another party on Friday, he said, I've sold everything in Nigeria. I'm in the US now. That the struggle in Nigeria is just too much. And the business climate. And some people are just entering Nigeria. They want to start their own, and they're going to make it.
Chinese are here.
The Chinese are coming in.
Yes.
The Chinese are coming in every
They're
day.
not playing.
I saw them yesterday.
They are all over now.
They are
doing it now. And Nigerians are not
and
doing
they are
it.
busy finding all our resources.
Yes, sir. Heavily.
They are busy
Thinking, working, planning. That's what they're doing. Listen.
They are busy mining.
You
Keep on dry.
We have to be careful.
So entrepreneurship is demanding. It needs passion and grit. You have to be passionate and strong about it. Your mind must be very strong. You can ask Ambassador here. He's very strong.
Yes.
Let's start with strong man. So when driven only by money, and that's one thing about entrepreneurship. Don't see everything as transactional. Let passion flow. Yes, passion more. Founders quit at the first hardship because it's about money, not about passion, not about resilience, not the ability to give, the ability to do, doing it from your heart. Because everything, see your body is not the flesh. The most important thing is the mind and the spirit. And that's why when the spirit leaves, the body is useless. So when you are interested in the money, actually like you are using your body alone. So when you are hit with the first action, it does disappear. But when your mind is there, you are doing it with the mind. It's the mind, it's the spirit at work. Even when that shit comes, you are still standing. Is that also? That's it. Burnout arises from doing too much, too fast, without delegating or rest. These are other parts whereby you have to delegate. And that's why Last week we spoke about functional areas. You delegate, finance, this, that. Just delegate. A solo founder running a hospitality service becomes overwhelmed by client requests like logistics, bookkeeping. At the end of the day, I just cut down. I've seen some people just call me, they want to sell their hotel. Why? I don't sell it. So the owner is just tired. Some people just call me and say they want to sell their estate.
Yep.
What happened? Say they want to sell both the customers and everything there.
Everything.
Are you sorry? I'm just tired. Oh, you have customers, right? Yes. Both the and want to sell everything. No. But their house. Completely no more passion.
Nothing.
Nothing again. They couldn't drive it. One of our estates, we bought a total estate at Ikorodu. The person built the estate and she couldn't manage it again. They come and spy this estate. I'm tired. And when we got there, we did what? We bought it. Conclusion. Economic climate has never started. Hello?
Hi.
So it never started. So as we are experiencing, what we are experiencing now, because life is moving. We are encountering a new season very soon. And it's not static, it's what? Moving.
Keep going.
Businesses and individuals alike face challenges that stem from inflation, recession, or sudden market disruption. Navigating this pressure effectively can mean the difference between thriving and merely surviving. And please don't know what? Navigate. If you can navigate very well, please let your mind be here on this final note. Bring your mind here. Because this is a concluding part. Let me come again. Please, maybe you are blocking somebody's video. Are you? I just want everyone to capture this final note because it's a message for everyone. I intentionally put it there, and I want you to know it. Economic climate has never started. You know? Never started. I experienced a time in this Lagos where we were selling bread and people used to eat rice and yam or rice and bread. And they were not eating what?
Bread.
Beans. Beans. These are beans and yam or bread and what? Beans. Some people were what? Yes. I knew a time in Lagos where there was political tension in the country, and people were going back to their villages. People left every investment in Lagos and went back. And some of them came back, and some did not come back. I experienced a season in this country whereby we were cooking food with sawdust. There was no kerosene. There was no wood. There was a time in this country there was no light for almost by a month. And no fuel to fuel your generator. Yes, it was a tough time. We used to buy fuel. We used to store fuel at the back of our house. And it died very well. Many, many seasons. So look at it. Economic climate are never static.
Never.
So someone will tarry for a night. Don't come for one morning.
Exactly.
So even if it is anyone that you are experiencing, not know that it's not what?
Life.
Businesses and individuals alike face challenges argue that it's everywhere. Challenges that stem from inflation, recession, or sudden market disruption. Navigating these pressures effectively can mean the difference between thriving or merely surviving. If you can navigate it very well, you're going to thrive and be better. But if not, don't be happy to survive. You know, survival state. Let me just eat. You know those people, let's always eat and die. Survival state. Whereby it's all about just, let me just find something to want. Whereas you can thrive. There's the possibility of you what? Thriving. Selling. Scaling. It's possible. That's good. Whether it is rising cost of raw materials, decreased consumer spending, which we are experiencing, or as we speak in Nigeria, buying oil has dropped significantly. But there's still hope, and there is hope, and there is hope. I'm very sure that I am sure because I have seen it. You know, I've seen it. I've been in the business environment since 1990. That's 35 years. So I understand that it's just for some time. Very soon, we'll all be smiling. Increased consumer spending or difficulty assessing credit. The key to resilience lies in proactive planning and strategic adaptation. You have to be strategic now. You have to adapt with changes. Hello? You're experiencing what? A new move. Just adapt. So that you don't get yourself on the other side of the road. Just adapt. Just see it as a phase. It's a phase. And it is only those who can thrive now that will enjoy the other side. Hello? Only those who can stand, who can have their feet standing, that will enjoy. We are going to have the big part of this next week. Next week, Monday, we're going to have the big part whereby solutions. There are solutions to all these failures, problems, why businesses fail, lack of planning, this and that. You're going to see, and you surely enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.